Well, hello out there in YouTube land. Today we're looking at the Kmise Analog Delay. Nice aluminum sturdy box, small size, 9-volt negative center adapter. No battery can be used here. Standard, it says true bypass on it, which may be preferable, may not, depends on your opinion about that. Standard controls time, mix, the dry signal and the wet signal, and feedback. They call it repeats. So we're going to just run this through a couple paces and see how it sounds. Pretty straightforward. This is an inexpensive device, but you know, they're coming out with a lot of these things that are roughly in this price range, although this is about the cheapest one I've found. And they perform fine. They don't have a lot of added functions. They're pretty straightforward. You got time, mix, and feedback or repeat. That's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out, and I think this thing runs about maximum 600 milliseconds. I'll show you the maximum, I'll show you the minimum, and I'll show you what I can show you. All right, so let's bypass it. I'll show you what I've got for my sound. I play through a little Fender Blues Junior, this Gibson guitar. Okay, I've got all the controls off, so I'm gonna turn it on and see what happens. Something happened there a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's almost imperceptible, and maybe it is imperceptible. Maybe it's just my old ears. So let's start by getting the mix. We're in the mix here. We got time all the way down, and repeats are off. I'm going to bump the repeats up to about 9 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Well, nothing much. Let's bump the mix up about 9. Now you're starting to hear a little bit of something. I'm going to turn the reverb off on this amp, so it's just dry there. Okay, so let's put the time at 9 o'clock. Everything's at 9 now. Now you're starting to get a little bit of a slap back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the mix up to noon halfway, and I'll mix or add the time up to about halfway. And I'm going to leave the feedback or repeats in the same place. And obviously you should be noticing that the repeat is almost louder than the initial signal. It's as loud. Now that's not usable for me. The way I use these delays, that's not usable for me because it speaks too loud after your initial. I don't want it that loud. So I'll adjust it over the course of this little demo review, and just check it out for yourself. So I'm going to bump the feedback up to 9 o'clock, or noon rather. Sound to it. I mean, I like the way it sounds. However, I wouldn't use it mixed quite that hot. So what I'm going to do is advance the time to 3 o'clock, and I'm going to drop the mix back down to 9 o'clock and leave the feedback where it is. Now that's more in order that how I might use this, because the repeats are coming after initial note attack. And as you can hear, it kind of dies off in a kind of a darker fashion. That's the typical way that the analog or Bucket Brigade style analog delays work. The repeats are darker, so it's more in line with kind of an like an echoplex or a tape delay of some sort. Not exactly clearly, but it mimics it pretty well. So now I'm going to advance the time all the way, leave the mix where it is, leave the repeat or feedback where it is. Now, what I found for me is I can leave the mix quite a ways, almost off. Let's see how that works here. And I'll put the repeats back at 9 o'clock. Now, the thing of it is what I like about it is now when I kill the initial chord sound, I hear the repeat. Now that's kind of how I think that's how I would probably end up using it. Let's do this. Let's advance the repeats or feedback up to like 3 o'clock and see what happens. And there it is. So you hear several repeats. Let's advance the mix up to about 9 o'clock. And you can hear that go on. Now sometimes I'm going with the mix or the repeats. So what I did there is I just advanced the feedback or repeats all the way up, and it oscillates and it'll just keep going. Now that's kind of interesting because what you can do, if you get it oscillate just on the verge, and I changed the time setting so you get a little bit of that Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland vibe. I tell you folks, I think at this price point you can't go wrong if you just need an analog delay, straight up, no modulation, no fancy stuff, no tap delay, no anything. You just want to switch it on and get a pretty good tape simulated type echo is what I would call it. I'm sure somebody out there is going to argue with me. Go ahead, dislike it. I don't care. Anyway, check it out. I think, again, go to Amazon, pick this thing up. If you don't like it, ship it back. I mean, this is the whole deal. This is the way we do things nowadays. So, this is Willett, Bella, videographer, Terry, behind the camera, signing off from Shaggy's North in La Pine, Oregon. Thank you.